Okay guys, so I wanted to touch on a problem that I've been seeing all over Photoshop forums, a question I get from people, and a question that at one point I had myself. And throughout this course, when we've drawn circles with our ellipse tool and we've modified the selection and then contracted it, we've used this to delete the inside section and just get the outline of a circle or get a circle with a hole cut out. And I'll show you an example really quickly. This is something that we've done when we created the connectivity circles in our status bar. So I'm just going to drag out a circle and I'm just going to fill this with green. And this is just to give you guys an example. So what we've done in this course thus far is we have just come over here to the ellipse or the circle that we just drew, and we've held control and selected the thumbnail to get the selection. And from there we can modify and contract this section and then delete the middle. So I want to contract it by a large quantity of pixels. Let's do something like 40 or 50. Now what we've been doing is more like 5 or 10 pixels, and we're okay doing that many, but I want to show you what happens once we go up to, let's say, 50 pixels. And we're going to contract the section by 50 pixels. And let's go ahead and rasterize this layer. So I'm going to select rasterize shape and then delete the middle. And now I'm going to deselect, and you see that we have this almost like straight lines in here now. It's no longer a circle. We have edges in here. It looks terrible. And once we go up beyond 5, 10, even 15 pixels, we start getting this distortion, and it looks terrible. And what happens if we need a really big circle and we want to have the border get the middle cut out? So I'm going to delete this and show you what I do to sort of solve this problem. And I'm going to draw another circle in similar size, and I want to cut out a good large chunk of it without getting that distortion. Well, what we're going to do, and this is something that I've started to do, is I'm just going to duplicate this layer by hitting Control or Command J, and we're going to duplicate the layer. And from here I'm going to go to Edit. Well, we don't need to since we have the layer selected. We could just drag it. But we're going to transform this section, free transform, and from here we can drag this in and out. But I want you to hold Shift and Option, and if you're holding Shift and Option, you'll notice this is Shift and it moves it up to the top left. If you hold Option, it's going to keep this item centered, exactly centered. So we can just move this in how far we want it to go in, and I'm going to do it a big chunk just so we can see. And then from here we now have, and I'm going to go ahead and apply that transformation. So now we have a small circle and a big circle, and what we can do is we can go ahead and with our top layer selected, the smaller circle, let's use Control, select this thumbnail, and get that middle selection. And now I'm simply going to grab both layers, merge them, and then I'm going to delete that center. And you'll notice we now have a perfect a circle here, and we have this white background that we should have created a new layer, but that's fine. I just wanted to show you guys how that worked. I'm going to take that white out really quickly and then add a new background. Let's just draw this in the back and drag it to the front so we can see it a little better. So now you can see we have that perfect round cut out of the middle. So I just want to show you guys that's a really good way of getting that bordered circle when we need to get take a big chunk out, but leave a lot of that stroke around the sides. So that's just something I wanted to show you guys. You're going to come across this problem eventually if you're going to continue to be a UI designer, and this is a problem a lot of people have, and it's a solution that a lot of people don't know how to handle. And in my opinion, this is by far the easiest way.